Okay, let's talk about channeling.
What would you have us discuss?
Oh, is it reliable, sound knowledge like science?
Well, of course not. No, it is inspiration. Inspiration is not really knowledge, as modern Western men and women have come to frame it in their heads. True, Einstein had a dream that inspired him to formulate his theory of relativity, but the dream was only one thing, and the theory another, even though they were quite related.
And as for channeling, something, as radical as a voice coming through somebody, is that supernatural?
No, I am not a supernatural being. I am just a persona you assume in these little shows, a mask of power, if you will. The inspiration fares from your oversoul, of which I am just a stylized characterization, that is all. A funhouse mirror reflection.
And my oversoul is what exactly?
It is your larger self, which you share with others who are connected to you and to your past lives.
Can we stay off the past lives thing?
As you wish. Your oversoul is not bound by space-time. It can see the probabilities on the horizon clearer because the oversoul is more consciously connected to the mass telepathy that is creating those events as we speak, the here and now out of which everything to come spills out.
That's a mouthful.
Some who view this video will understand, and others will not. But channeling is always extremely subjective. It is easy to get inspirations that are so filtered that they are meaningless. It must always be put to the test.
Now, people may be confused as to why we can be as critical of the occult language known as Enochian, as critical as we are of it. And yet, here I say, I had a channel coming to me one summer that was spoken in Enochian.
Two oversouls, that of your lover and yourself, meet, fall in love, live together, and absorb one another's deepest dreams, as much collective as personal. What came of this was a channel of singular force that did not last very long, but the flame that burns brightest burns twice as fast.
But stuff like that doesn't happen to very many people.
It does, when the two people are you and the one you choose to call Greta.
Okay, so why Enochian?
Why not? It could have been anything, Morse code, whatever. Anything that might have convinced you of something that did not reflect any personal preconception on Greta's part or on your own. Oh, to be sure, it was all telepathy between the two of you, but it was a telepathy of your larger selves. Meanwhile, the lesser, more conscious portion of your personality, your ego sphere, if you will, had to have that sense of the larger self's otherness before you could trust it. You were being pointed to Enochian, not because Enochian is genuinely an ancient language. It is not. But only because some vague, roundabout channel really was involved in Enochian's creation when the Englishman John Dee first fabricated it in the 16th century. And, as you later figured out, this has its source in a number code from a very long time ago, a code that is indeed quite ancient.
And Dee never realized that.
He had his own understanding, very biblical, no longer relevant.
And the code bears some loose resemblance to the Enochian alphabet.
Indeed, it does.